Welcome to my channel, everyone. Today we're talking about massive breaking news that has shaken the football world. Cristiano Ronaldo's hamstring injury, and the growing fear that he could be at risk of missing the 2026 FIFA World Cup. When we mention the name Cristiano Ronaldo, we're not just talking about a footballer. We're talking about a global icon, a five-time Ballon d'Or winner, a Champions League legend, a European champion, and arguably one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. At 41 years old in 2026, many fans were already wondering whether he would make one final appearance on the world's biggest stage. Now, with reports of a serious hamstring injury, that dream is suddenly under threat. Hamstring injuries are among the most frustrating and complicated injuries in football. They don't just sideline players for a few days. Depending on the severity, they can take weeks or even months to fully heal. Worse, they have a high risk of recurrence. For younger players, recovery is already challenging. For a player entering his 40s, the situation becomes far more delicate. Ronaldo's career has been defined by discipline, elite fitness, and an obsession with maintaining peak physical condition. Even in his late 30s, he has consistently proven doubters wrong. While playing for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, he continued scoring at an incredible rate, showing that age is just a number when matched with dedication. But biology is undefeated. As athletes age, muscle elasticity decreases, recovery time increases, and the risk of muscle-related injuries becomes significantly higher. The timing of this injury could not be worse. The road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup is entering its crucial stages. Qualification campaigns demand consistency, rhythm, and fitness. A long absence would not only impact Ronaldo's club performance, but also his role within the Portuguese national team. Portugal is currently transitioning between generations. On one side, there are emerging stars ready to take the mantle. On the other side stands the enduring figure of Ronaldo, still a leader, still a symbol, still a goal scorer. His presence alone changes the psychology of opponents and inspires teammates. Losing him for a prolonged period would be more than just losing a striker. It would mean losing a spiritual leader. Let's talk about what a hamstring injury actually means. The hamstring muscle group is crucial for explosive movements, sprinting, sudden acceleration, and sharp directional changes. Ronaldo's game has always relied heavily on explosive bursts, powerful jumps, and quick transitions inside the penalty area. Even if he adapts his style with age, those core movements remain essential. Medical experts often categorize hamstring injuries into three grades. A grade 1 is mild and might require a couple of weeks. Grade 2 involves partial tearing and could mean several weeks to 2 months out. Grade 3 is a complete tear and may require surgery, followed by long rehabilitation. At this stage of his career, even a grade 2 injury could significantly disrupt his preparation for a major tournament. There's also the mental aspect. Ronaldo has always been mentally strong, perhaps stronger than anyone else in football. However, facing the possibility that your final World Cup could slip away due to injury is a different type of challenge. The 2026 tournament was widely expected to be his farewell on the global stage. After playing in 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2022, the next edition would represent an incredible sixth World Cup appearance, something historic. The 2026 FIFA World Cup, hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico, will be larger than ever, featuring 48 teams. The expanded format increases the number of matches and demands more from players physically. Even fully fit athletes will face intense scheduling. For someone recovering from a hamstring injury at 41, the workload management would need to be extremely careful. We also have to consider Portugal's tactical approach. In recent years, the team has evolved. They no longer depend solely on Ronaldo's physical dominance. Instead, they focus on fluid attacking movements, midfield creativity, and versatile forwards. This tactical shift may actually help Ronaldo if he returns. He wouldn't need to play every minute. He could serve as a super sub, a finisher, a specialist in decisive moments. But to reach that point, recovery must go perfectly. Rehabilitation from a hamstring injury typically involves several stages. First comes rest and inflammation control, then gradual strengthening exercises, focusing not only on the hamstring itself, but also on surrounding muscle groups such as the glutes and core. After that comes sport-specific training, sprint drills, acceleration work, controlled match simulations. Only then can a player return to competitive action. The biggest danger is returning too soon. Hamstring injuries are notorious for recurring if rehabilitation is rushed. For Ronaldo, patience will be crucial. It may be tempting to push through pain, especially with the historic World Cup on the horizon. But one setback could be devastating. Let's look at the bigger picture. Ronaldo has always thrived when doubted. When critics said he was finished after leaving Europe, he continued scoring. When people said he couldn't adapt to aging, he reinvented his game. When others slowed down, he maintained elite conditioning. This injury could become another chapter in his legendary story, the veteran who fought against time to make one final appearance. However, football history is full of painful what-if stories. Legends who missed major tournaments due to injury. Fans remember those moments for decades. The fear for Portuguese supporters is that this could become one of them. If Ronaldo does miss the 2026 World Cup, it would mark the end of an era. His World Cup journey has been dramatic. From a young winger in 2006 to captain and leader in later editions, he has carried expectations of an entire nation. While he won the European Championship in 2016, the World Cup trophy has always eluded him. Some argue that even if he misses 2026, his legacy is already secure. He has broken countless records. Most international goals, most Champions League goals, multiple league titles in England, Spain, and Italy. His rivalry with Lionel Messi defined a generation. Yet for Ronaldo, legacy has never been enough. He is driven by ambition, not comfort. Portuguese fans are divided between hope and realism. Some believe modern sports science, combined with Ronaldo's discipline, will allow him to return stronger. Others fear that this injury could be the moment when time finally catches up. The coaching staff will face difficult decisions. Do they rely on him during qualification if he returns partially fit? Do they preserve him exclusively for the tournament? How do they balance respect for a legend with the need for competitiveness? Another factor is squad chemistry. Young players look up to Ronaldo. His work ethic sets standards in training. Even if he plays limited minutes, his influence in the locker room could be invaluable. Financially and commercially, his presence at the 2026 World Cup would be enormous. Sponsors, broadcasters, and global audiences would tune in to watch possibly his final international performance. But football decisions cannot be based on marketing alone. Fitness must come first. From a purely footballing perspective, Ronaldo's role has evolved into that of a penalty box predator. He no longer dribbles past multiple defenders like he did at Manchester United in his early years. Instead, he positions himself intelligently, conserving energy and striking when opportunities arise. This style actually demands less sprinting over long distances, which might help in his recovery process. Still, elite international football requires sharpness. Defenders are faster, games are quicker, transitions are brutal. Any slight loss in acceleration could be exposed. The next months will be crucial. Updates from medical staff, training videos, and official statements will shape public perception. Social media speculation will be intense. Every training session clip will be analyzed. For Ronaldo himself, this may be one of the toughest battles of his career, not against defenders, but against his own body. Imagine the scene if he does return. The stadium lights in North America, the crowd roaring as he steps onto the pitch. A final anthem, a final salute. It would be poetic. On the other hand, imagine the heartbreak if his body simply cannot handle the demands. If doctors advise against pushing further, if the farewell comes earlier than expected. Football is emotional because it mirrors life. There are triumphs, setbacks, resilience, and acceptance. At this moment, nothing is certain. What we know is that Cristiano Ronaldo has defied expectations before. We know that he will fight. We know that his commitment to recovery will be unmatched, whether he makes it to the 2026 FIFA World Cup or not. His influence on the game is permanent. Generations of players have been inspired by his dedication. Millions of fans have grown up watching his goals, his celebrations, his relentless pursuit of excellence. This hamstring injury is a reminder that even legends are human. Muscle strain. Time passes. bodies change, but greatness is measured not only by trophies, but by the courage to confront adversity. The coming months will tell us whether Ronaldo can write one final chapter on the world stage. For now, fans around the globe can only hope for positive medical updates and a careful, complete recovery. One thing is certain: if anyone has the mindset to overcome this challenge, it is Cristiano Ronaldo. And as we wait for further news, the football world holds its breath, wondering whether we will witness one last dance at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, or whether this injury marks the closing pages of an extraordinary international journey. Whatever happens, his story will remain one of the greatest ever told in football history. Thank you for watching, and see you next video.